Guten Morgens! We are here on the second day, for the second day of the con in Duisburg. I hope you can see above me here. We're just stopping before we change, as I filmed yesterday at the start of our journey. But today we're going to be travelling on a special train. Come. As we are in the station here of Duisburg, on our way to Oberhausen. This will be the name of the train today. We're going via the train of ham. Isn't that not amazing, everybody? Go on a ham train.
Yeah, we could have used it yesterday.
Yeah.
It was a bit vague as to what we could use.
We know which trains we could go on now, so it's opened up a whole load of possibilities. Whilst I have the camera on, start of the day, we're going to try some food. Are we not, Madigan?
Yeah.
I'll have this one, and you open yours.
Okay.
It is called a Käseflut. It's basically just a cheese...
It's a cheesy roll.
Cheesy spaghetti roll type thing. So it's just covered in cheese, but it's very, very nice looking. There you go. See that? See that? Look at that cheese. Give it a bite, man.
Okay.
Give it a chop.
Go in the cheesy area.
Yeah, go on. There you go. Good cheese.
Well,
it's good. That's how we're starting our day, and we will go venturing, I believe, that way. We're going out that way. Beyond what we see that way, towards our second day. So more once we get to Turbinhalle, which sounds like Valhalla, but not.
it really isn't.
It really is not.
Like that. Vikings will be very disappointed.
I think so. But yeah, more when we get there, and whoever we're going to visit today. I think it's just kind of clearing up who we didn't see yesterday, really, isn't it?
And a couple of repeat visits.
Yes. So more till we get there. Bye, you guys! Second day, we are here. A lot less queue, even though it was a Saturday, but we let it die down a bit today. So here we go. We have Kane Hodder on our ticket today, which I should think everybody will be getting that signed by Kane Hodder. But we are going to go through... Well, there is a one-for-one.
It was yesterday. It's not now.
No, it's not open now.
No, okay.
Why would it be open on a Saturday when it's more busy? Anyway, here we go through the... It just sounds threatening. But these cages weren't used, were they?
No, I think they just put workers in them back in the old days.
But never mind, yeah, they'll probably put...
When this was a factory, they
maybe the cosplay winner will go in there.
Yeah.
Lucky fellow that they will be. Anyway, well, when we get in today, let's see what today holds, everybody. Okay, on the second day, there's a bit of a mishap with the photo collection yesterday. Very MCM, very LFCC, very... days
the way they used to do it.
Yeah. So today we picked up photos. So Maddie, show us today.
Here's my pictures.
Here we go. We have... Tell us.
Eric Anderson.
And...
Hot Lincoln.
Look at her. Oh, look how happy Matt looks. And they were moaning about how tall you were. Those photos are perfect.
Yes.
They're amazing.
Myself and Eric were moaned at being too tall.
Yeah, you're both the same height.
But they had to keep photographing all day. I don't see the problem is.
Yeah,
but,
exactly. So there we go. There's a happy Maddie with Jill photos. Yay! Already, Maddie has just bought his first mask. For years you've been trying to buy one, right? A decent one.
We did our market shopping yesterday.
Yes.
Even like really horrible cheap UK plastic ones.
No.
This one. Some of them are 70 or 80 euros for really good. They're specifically made to look like different ones.
Yeah.
And one's for 1,500 euros, which just shut up.
That's it.
Just no.
No. Anyway, you've just... A very strange thing happened. He wanted to open it, and I was like, open. And he was like, yes, it just gives you a knife just to open it. Would you get that at a UK con?
It's a scalpel, just go
Yeah,
there.
Anyway, we'll bash this open. Go on, do it.
Technically.
Get this thing open. You could do it. Do it.
Oh no, collectors everywhere are screaming down.
Oh, the door open. What are you doing?
Devaluing it.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Excellent. So then it is now free to be signed. Look at you, Maddie. You're like the ultimate fanboy right now in your Jason shirt with your Jason mask. Perfect. Okay, let's go get it signed. We have accomplished the first thing and the important thing today, which was meeting Kane Hodder, because he's such a nice guy. He's a lot more relaxed this time. Maybe in Milton Keynes people were being dicks to him. We don't know.
I think that he seemed like, I think so.
He doesn't seem as in pain this time, let's put it that way. So, got time to ask questions and get things signed. First of all, show Maddie the mask. You now have the inside signed. That's a happy Maddie right there.
To this.
Yes. So that's your plan, to go find other
Jasons. We'll just show up at their houses, we'll stalk them.
Hi, would you sign this please?
You know.
So I got to ask about his ghost hunting and what he's doing, because he has a ghost hunting team, and just saying how difficult it is because everybody's working. If you're not aware, he has a ghost hunting team collected of Gunnar Hansen, trying to think who else is in it. But basically they're all horror icons and they do ghost hunting, which is badass because we're avid ghost hunters, as you know. So asking him about that is amazing, and they're still doing it, and he was wearing his ghost hunter shirt and I didn't even know he was going to be wearing it today, so that's awesome.
That was yesterday's shirt. So.
He was wearing the Hatchet crew one yesterday. So I got to ask about that, and the Alice D movie that he's doing with Al Snow, and saying what a pleasure he is to work with, and he's known him a while, which makes sense because I would think he would know a lot of wrestlers, to be honest, hanging about in the same circles kind of thing.
I'm surprised he hasn't wrestled.
Yeah, actually, or done some kind of stunt work mixing with wrestlers or something. But yes, I got my book signed, and he did a little Jason mask, which is perfect. So there we go, that is the main objective of today. We will go to the talk later, and which is a Friday the 13th panel, so it'll be all of them there. So if Maddie gets brave enough, he's going to ask a question.
Well, I'm hoping it'll be... Sadly, people probably don't think it's that worth going to, so we should get a nice good scene for it.
Yeah, exactly.
The Walking Dead place today was like, and then as soon as that was over there, everyone going, and it got smaller and smaller. We went to Tom Woodruff, we went to like the Tony Moran, Kane Hodder, and I know they got even smaller. It's like you people
so
are not here
to the front
and not here for the right reasons.
Exactly. So maybe it's going to be like that again for this. We'll see.
I can't help it, but not.
Yes, we'll see.
They got the crowd.
Exactly. So yeah, we'll carry on taking a view around and deciding what we want to do for the rest of the day, but we're on track, everybody. We are on track. Okay, last part of the day. We've got that light behind us, I hope you can see us, which is going to be the Friday 13th panel, front row. So we'll get to see. Are you going to be brave and answer your question, Maddie?
We'll see.
We shall see.
We shall see.
But they will be coming soon. After we just watched Toxie dance and kill someone.
And then
someone died.
Or someone.
Yes, from Wolf Creek.
And on a stick.
And on a stick.
And on a stick, mate.
I'm crossing it over to Nottingham instead.
Australian.
Been acting about a decade or so, and thankfully Kane was the stunt guy and really knew what he was doing, because I wanted to do a stunt, and he let me fall through the stairs into the basement, and that was fine. It was a soft landing. All of that worked fine, and then he taught me to fall onto the dock at the end, and that was really hard and really uncomfortable, and yeah, and I'm not going to be a stunt woman anymore after that.
Sorry, what is interesting as a stunt coordinator when you do a movie, most of the actors want to do their stunts, or they want to try to do whatever you allow them to do, and so often they'll do it, but then they don't think ahead, again, as an actor, how many times they have to do it for different camera angles and stuff, and then without fail, they're like, oh my God, I shouldn't have done this. I have to hit that again. And so it's a good deterrent to an actor that wants to do everything. There are actors that do a lot of stuff on their own, but you know, they usually learn that it's not quite as exciting and fun as it seems when you have to do it over and over. Just like, you know, a dramatic, just like a dramatic scene, which I learned. One of the first characters I played was in a movie called Best of the Best. And I had to get enraged and do a fight scene, or attempt a fight scene with Chris Penn. And I thought getting enraged would include punching the wall within the scene. And after I had to punch the wall 15 times with the same intensity, I thought it probably wasn't a good idea to do that. But, you know, it's kind of both ways. You know, you do an emotional scene, which I've had to do recently, and so hard. You can do it, you can bring it one time, you know, a couple times, but when you have to keep bringing that same intensity, much harder than people realize.
In the film, Friday, I never used any artificial tears throughout the whole film. And Tina is very disturbed and cries a lot and carries on. And that was a long time of shooting to constantly be crying. I got a migraine and it just went on for so many days. My contacts were stuck in my eyes, but I still think it was better to be able to bring the character to life than to use the fake drops, you know. So, but that was very challenging. It's shooting in the rooms with all the smoke and the atmosphere, very challenging because it's closed in and it's smoky, and I don't know what it is they used, but it smelled like gassy stuff when they fill the room with like chemicals. It was like chemicals. I don't know, you might have done that, but no, that's not.
The TV series that was mentioned, speaking of confirmed is going ahead. I was wondering if any of you have been contacted, or if you were contacted about making an appearance on the series. What you got?
Sure. Yeah, I like to work, so. But, you know, I don't know, we all did the documentary, right? And there's a piece in his name was Jason. Did you do that also?
Yeah.
There's a piece of me and the director at our location that's part of an extra on the DVD, where we went around and things. That was a lot of fun to do because we got to have a reunion with everyone who did the movie.
Alright, that was the end of the Friday 13th panel, and guess who got his question in?
I did get my question in.
Yes, as I filmed. So how did it feel getting up there?
Well, it's good, but I didn't look at everyone else. I just looked towards the actual stand, not the people behind me. Oh no, most people, no offense to anyone here, didn't know what I was probably saying. So
exactly.
It made it easier.
It did make it a lot easier.
Public speaking, 101.
You did it, Maddie.
Pretend people don't know what you're saying.
Don't pretend they're naked.
No.
That's not what you're supposed to do. Anyway, I think that's a roundup of everything. So I am going to do a conclusion now. I think that's a good idea because we have done everything. It's still extremely crowded. Things are still wrapping up, but we are wrapping up early today before it gets dark because this area is in the middle of nowhere, this Oberhausen area, and we didn't like being out really late at night last night. There was a lot of dodgers.
To get back.
Yes.
And there we go.
You can hear the screams being recorded as earlier. Anyway, it's going to be a goodbye from us from our first HorrorCon. We've really enjoyed it. We've met everybody who wanted. We've got signatures, photos, buying things. I might do a little conclusion when we get back to the hotel, actually. Of our stash. Get in. Back of the HorrorCon net.
Maybe a brief overview if you're thinking about coming to this thing.
Exactly. Our review of it. Because you know we've been to so many, and that we can review the best, I think. So from us, it is auf Wiedersehen until the next con, which I don't know when that's going to be. I suppose it'll be SuperCon, I guess it'll be the next con. But which I will be Enchantress, and he will be Thor. So look out for us, everybody.
New costumes.
Until then, everybody, auf Wiedersehen. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
It is days after the con, and I thought I'd do a little stash haul, because I did say whilst we were there that I'd do a little what we got kind of part to the conclusion of the video. So here we have a little bit of a stash here with prints and signy things and stuff. So I'll go through each one, maybe from the bottom up. Good idea, I think. I went to go and see Graham Humphreys, who was amazing. Awesome. So excellent for the time that he gave to us and told us little stories and signed things for us. So he was up on the top floor on his own practically. There was like a graphic designers section, wasn't there?
Yeah, a small art section.
Yeah, so there was him and two other people that were signing stuff up there. So we have Maddie's print here, which are Bride of Reanimator, and they're signed in the corner. I got the basket case cover signed in the bottom here, and the print of one of his most infamous works, and one of my favourites. That's signed in the corner over here. So I suppose in just a connection to Nightmare on Elm Street, we'll head on to one of the little film cells that I bought. Okay, so I've been after like one of these little film cell collective pieces for a long time, and I love Nightmare on Elm Street 2, whether or not people like it or not. It's just my preference. I love it. It reminds me of my childhood. I watched it a lot as a kid. You know, horror films as a child, everybody watches them, right? Anyway, it's got little film cells from, as you can see, it's a little blurry, but you could see through each one there. And I thought it'd be a really good thing sometime in the future to get it signed. Like get Robert Englund and Mark Patton perhaps to sign the sides of it there. Thought that'd be an excellent addition to the signed horror framage that I have in my home. And here we have a book that Matt bought that is a John Carpenter book. I'll just open on any random page here. Let's have a look, shall we? Here we go. This is from Escape to New York, is it not? I believe. So it's all filled with black and white photographs, all from behind the scenes stuff. And moving on to the photographs that Maddie had. So who did you have photographs with, Maddie?
I had photos with Lyle Park Lincoln and Eric Anderson.
Yes.
Friday 13th, 4 and 7.
So there we go. There was a little mix-up with it. Would you like to tell the whole story of that just in
Keep
brief?
it short.
Yeah.
There was a big mix-up on the first day in that the system they use is the old system that MCM used to use. That they would take a photo, they would take the pictures, then take the camera over to the desk where they print them out, and go through a slow process of printing them out from a card, SD card from the camera, which they don't do anymore. So that's great. They do it automatically.
Yeah.
They did that, but then this was the first shoot of the day out of about 15 to 20 shoots.
Yeah.
And by the end of the first day, those weren't ready yet.
Yeah.
So they had quite a catch up because I messed around printing mugs and souvenir items for people
Yeah.
with their pictures on.
That was the big thing, that they were making not just photographs, but they'll put them on mugs, t-shirts, you can name it. So there was just two guys running the whole thing. Bless them, I don't know how they kept on top of it with how many people
It was
were doing
a small crew running the con,
Yeah.
so it was really just...
But that is like
dope.
old-time con stuff. We're used to now, like when you go through a photo shoot, you come out the other side and they automatically print it off, like as you come out the exit. Also, they did say that it was an actual photo with both of them together, didn't they? And then
Yes, originally it was listed as a shoot with both of them,
Yeah.
which made sense because they were Friday guests.
Yeah.
They did that with a lot of listings. They had like Tony Moran from Halloween and Kane Hodder from Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
and I thought, well, that's great. And probably bought the ticket thinking they were going to put
Yeah.
a photo with both of them
Like stand in
together,
the middle
which
of
would be
them.
great, but it was actually just
So they were
separate
separate,
pictures.
so I don't particularly know. And you had to, they weren't on any of the listings, so you had to just add them together. Like if it was €30 each, it would be €60. So it was kind of strange the way that they did that. It just ended up being a bit of a mix-up. I don't know why they bothered saying that, because they had Tony Moran, Bob Elmore, and Kane Hodder, and I was like, oh, awesome, all three together. That would be a brilliant photograph. But you're not going to have three separate photographs. I mean, how did they do that? Just like people going in and out of the line? And
I had a picture taken first with Park Lincoln,
Yeah.
and if you were sticking around for Eric Anderson, you'd step out and start another queue.
oh, that's stupid.
And then at that time, the people from the next lot, Tony Moran, were arriving in a
Yeah.
third line.
So you'd be like
it was
pushing in the
kind of-
line of the people that were already
It was
there,
just really
practically.
higgledy-piggledy.
Anyway, that's just
it
had to
was
put
great
a
to
little
meet
bit
him
there.
anyway. So
That's all that matters, and the panel was fantastic with all of them, so it made up for it. Okay, and we got Maddie's mask. Would you like to pick it up there, Maddie?
Yes.
Can you get to it?
I can get to
And you
it.
can show us the signage. There we go. So it's the beginning of many signers. We've got all this space around here, so you can get loads of Jasons to sign it now.
That's the hope. That's
Yes.
the dream.
So you've been after one of those masks for a long time.
Yes.
So thought you'd treat yourself to one and may as
Seemed
well
like the time.
start getting it signed. It's the best place to get it. And last but least, they were doing a screaming competition kind of thing there, held by The Evil Within, which is, I believe, a computer game that's coming out soon. And there was someone that was stood there with like a device to measure the decibels in which you screamed at. It was very Monsters Inc., except they weren't storing them to use
Weren't
them
they?
for anything. I don't know, maybe they could have been.
Power in the building.
I didn't think that. Yeah, the lights did go out at certain times of the day, but anyway. So I could hear people screaming randomly throughout the day, and I was like, yep, let me in on that. I'm an extremely good screamer, so I just yelled my brains out, and they had to break for a while after that. I don't know what happened, but they just like threw the t-shirt at
People
me.
put off
I
going
think so.
over
There's
for a
like
while.
a few dudes and gals that were like, and I was like, oh god, come on. I was like, ah! And they just gave me the t-shirt. I
But
was
you
like,
were hoping to film some people doing it afterwards, and then no one was coming over.
yeah,
So.
and I was like, oh, I'm going to film it now, and then they stopped after that, after I'd done it, so I was like, did I break the machine? Anyway, so that's a roundup of all of our stashy stash McStash. So overall, excellent con, loved the collection of memorabilia all in one place, just horror stuff all in one place was great.
It was.
Thoroughly enjoyed it, great atmospheric area. So give it a try if you're ever in the Oberhausen area, because we're staying in Dusseldorf, so don't get that confused, just to let that be
Which is
known.
if you get it, the connections are like 20-minute.
Yeah, it's very easy. The train's
tram-
in between. It's very easy.
Tram/train ride.
Yes, train, tram,
Yeah.
bus, they all go that way,
There's
so it's very
options.
easy. So from us, it is Toodle Pip, say it a very British way, or Auf Wiedersehen if you wish to be German. And till the next con, or whatever the next adventure is bye from us. Thanks for coming with us, and bye-bye for now. Bye!